Foff and Commit Memory and Helix. Torrential Gearhulk looking pretty good here. There's also Taiga, which gives me 3 green sources for Ren 6, and Windswept Teeth, which also would give me a green source and then could also get red, but Taiga is red. There's also Grim Monolith, which would be interesting with Upheaval and Wildfire. Huh. This is a tough pick. And I have Golos as well. I'm kind of thinking that Grim might be what this deck wants, but maybe I don't need the big stuff and I can just play a smaller game. You know, I'm going to take Taiga. I think that's maybe a little more interesting. Here I'm looking at Brazen Bar, just a solid card. I don't really want Signets all that much in this deck. Strip Mine would be a nice one to pick up, but Brazen Bar I found just to be excellent disruption. Ooh, Bribery and Shelldock. I do like Shelldock because I can go get it with Golos. Hallowed Fountain makes Arid Mesa into a dual land, blue dual land. There's also Toxic Deluge, but I kind of have that covered. And there's also Bribery is just a fantastic 5-mana card that generally wins you the game when you play it. I think this deck's going to want Shelldock. The Golos combo is good. Oh, there's Volcanic. I've got to take Volcanic. Wow, look at all these blue cards. Glen, Cloudskate, Baleful Strix, Seagate Stormcaller, Impulse. Seagate Stormcaller would be excellent in this deck too, but picking Volcanic is like taking 3 blue sources with Arid Mesa and Bloodstained Mire. Plus, I gotta wheel something out of that pack, right? Here I could take Gilded Lotus or Disenchant. I'm not feeling I need Disenchant too much because of Wear Tear. Gilded Lotus could be nice if I end up wanting to play any of the big mana route and decent with Golos. Yeah, I'm into that. Geist of St. Trask, Zealous Conscript, so 34. I guess I have one more pick to get a Kiki or Twin, but I'm not really counting on that. That being said, Zealous Conscripts I still think is just a good card, so I'm happy enough taking it. And then now, we're not going to play this Pestermite or this Trinket Mage. Pure Recruiter is just not looking that good as a result. I could play a Johnny Vengeant as just another Planeswalker. I don't think I want Basalt Monolith. Vindicate's actually pretty nice, and I think I'll be able to cast it pretty easily, so Bloodstained Mire, Arid Mesa, Blood Crypt. So do I want Vindicate, or do I want a Johnny? I think I'm going to go with Vindicate. Oh, there's also Chart a Course here. Chart a Course is kind of interesting. I'm just going to take Vindicate. I think having more interaction is going to be good. Guild Lotus, Upheaval, Wildfire, not in. Basically, the reason I didn't want to take Grim Monolith is I felt like this deck had enough interaction that was cheap and effective, that instead of trying to take a mana piece and trying to pick multiple other mana pieces, otherwise I don't want to just have Upheaval off just Grim Monolith. I'd rather just take the card that lets me play a smaller game and work out that way. Maria's Call, I think, will be decent in this deck. This is a cool, just mono interaction deck, which I like. How am I going to finish the game? I guess right now I'm finishing it off with, like, Maria's Call. I don't think I want Crucible, but Marsh Flats is black, white, red. Yeah, that works for me. I could use one more big finisher, and there's Torrential Gearhulk. There's also Celestial Colonnade, but I think the Gearhulk's going to be too important for this deck. As much as I love Colonnade, trust me, I really do. Gearhulk's going to be really good here. Just having the fact that it's like a removal spell off Helix or Wear Tear in a good interaction with Commit Memory, and you can actually cast Memory off Gearhulk if you want, plus Foff and Ancestral. So here, I don't think Daze is going to be that easy for me to cast, but Thragtusk is, and Thragtusk is the kind of card this deck would want as well. Or just 5-color control here. I like it. I mean, our mana's got to be fine, right? Yeah. Oh, it's great. Plus Golos. Golos fixes everything. So this is 34 cards with 11 land. So, well, Hallowed Fountain is a very pleasant pickup over Toxic Deluge. And this next pack was the pack with all the nuts blue cards. Is it possible that I wheeled like a Seagate Stormcaller? Wait, Kark didn't wheel? Not a big deal because I didn't end up with that many cheap spells. And in fact, Foff and Vindicate are not particularly great with Kark. But I'm kind of surprised by that. I guess that card is just so sweet. Yeah, so this is 35 cards, but 12 of them are land. So if I add 5 cards, I'll be at 17 land and a Mox. So this is like almost set right here. And that's with Pyroclasm and Wrath. But also it's 18 lands, one of which being Emeria's Call, 1 Library, 1 Wandering Fumarole, and a Shelldock. So